Did you know your morning mouthwash might actually be keeping your blood pressure high? I know it sounds absolutely wild, right? But it's entirely true. A standard morning hygiene routine is quietly, but completely, sabotaging the very top blood pressure lowering superfood we're going to look at today. Chapter 1: Beetroot Juice and the Oral Microbiome Trap. So, beetroot juice is incredibly famous for its cardiovascular benefits. But for millions of people, it just straight up fails to work. Why? Well, because beets are packed with inorganic nitrates, and on their own, those are biologically inactive. Your body desperately needs help to make them work. Let's walk through this biochemical pathway. Step 1 is simply consuming the nitrates. But step 2 is where the magic really happens. Human cells actually lack the enzyme to break down dietary nitrate. Instead, you rely entirely on specific bacteria living right on the back of your tongue, microbes with names like Veillonella and Actinomyces. They're the ones that convert the nitrate into nitrite. Finally, in step 3, your body takes that nitrate and converts it into nitric oxide. And what exactly is nitric oxide? It's this incredibly potent signaling gas. It literally commands your blood vessels to open wide, which instantly drops peripheral resistance. Once it's produced, this gas goes to work within just 2 to 3 hours to lower your pressure. It is, without a doubt, a massively powerful cardiovascular tool. So the crucial point is, if you use antiseptic mouthwash or some strong antibacterial toothpaste, you're killing off these essential oral microbes. Clinical studies actually show that drinking beet juice right after using antiseptic mouthwash completely erases the blood pressure benefits. You are literally washing the cure down the drain. To actually get the benefits of a 250 milliliter dose of beet juice, you absolutely must avoid mouthwash for 4 to 6 hours afterward just to protect that oral microbiome. Chapter 2: Ground Flaxseed and the FlaxPAD Trial. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the staggering drop in pressure achieved here. To understand the power of flaxseed, we have to look at this astounding 2013 study known as the FlaxPAD trial. This involved patients with peripheral artery disease. By consuming just 30 grams, which is about 2 to 3 tablespoons of flaxseed every day over 6 months, patients saw a 15-point drop in systolic pressure and a 7-point drop in diastolic. I mean, wow, that kind of reduction actually beats many standard first-line prescription drugs. So how on earth is a simple seed outperforming medications? Well, for a long time, researchers thought it was just the fiber doing the heavy lifting, but molecular research reveals the real underlying mechanism. Flaxseed contains really high amounts of a fatty acid called alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA for short. This ALA actively inhibits an enzyme in your body called soluble epoxide hydrolase. By blocking the specific enzyme, ALA effectively stops your body from creating oxylipins, which are inflammatory molecules that literally force your blood vessels to constrict. However, there is a massive preparation trap you've got to avoid here. If you just eat whole flax seeds, they are entirely useless to you. They have this incredibly tough outer shell that human digestive enzymes just cannot break down, meaning they pass completely intact right through your body. The fix? You must consume them milled or ground to actually absorb that active ALA. Oh, and a quick tip, make sure you keep your ground flaxseed refrigerated, otherwise those fragile fats will turn rancid. Chapter 3: Hibiscus Tea, the natural ACE inhibitor. Moving on to our third food, we have Hibiscus sabdarifa, a delicious ruby red tea. In multiple head-to-head clinical trials, this sour tea was shown to act biologically just like popular pharmaceutical ACE inhibitor drugs. Think of medications like lisinopril. A major meta-analysis published in the journal Phytomedicine showed that drinking this tea daily lowers systolic blood pressure by an average of 7.5 to 8.8 points. The science behind this drop is pretty fascinating. Hibiscus is packed with unique antioxidants called anthocyanins. These natural compounds act as biological ACE inhibitors. They work by preventing your body from creating angiotensin II. Now, think of angiotensin II as a hormone that violently squeezes your blood vessels shut. By inhibiting this whole process, the tea encourages your vessels to relax, and it even signals your kidneys to flush out excess sodium. But listen, you have to follow the exact preparation rules to get these results. The right way to prep it is to steep the dried flowers in hot water for at least 10 minutes. You need that time to properly extract those therapeutic polyphenols. The trap? Doing a super brief steep and then loading the tea up with heavy refined sugar. Adding all that refined sugar triggers massive insulin spikes and arterial inflammation, which completely ruins the cardiovascular benefits you just brewed. If you really need it sweeter, stick to a pinch of pure stevia. Chapter 4: Aged garlic and the 10-minute crushing rule. Now, garlic has been used medicinally for about 5 millennia. It works through a third, lesser-known pathway called hydrogen sulfide signaling, which basically forces your arterial walls to relax. And this brilliantly illustrates why preparation is everything, because to get this benefit, you have to avoid a massive kitchen mistake. Raw garlic actually contains 2 separate components separated by cell walls, an amino acid called alliin and an enzyme called alliinase. When you crush the garlic, you rupture those walls and allow them to mix.
But here's the kicker. It takes 10 full minutes on the cutting board for them to produce maximum allicin. If you toss freshly chopped garlic straight into a hot frying pan, the heat instantly destroys the alliinase enzyme, rendering it totally useless for your blood pressure. You have got to wait 10 minutes before applying heat.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Some of you are definitely worried about raw garlic breath. Well, there's a fantastic alternative for you. Aged garlic extract, or AGE. Aged garlic contains a highly stable compound called S-alliocystine. Recent meta-analyses have actually proven the efficacy of this. Taking 1,200 milligrams of this extract lowers systolic blood pressure by an average of 8.3 points.
Chapter 5. High-Flavanol Cocoa and the Kuna Indian's Secret.
Have you ever heard of the Kuna Indians? They live on the remote sandblast islands off the coast of Panama, and for decades they were a total medical mystery. Cardiologists were just baffled because the Kuna maintain a pristine 110/70 blood pressure well into old age, completely bypassing age-related hypertension. Researchers originally thought it was just genetics until islanders moved to the mainland city and suddenly their pressure spiked. So what's their geographical secret? Massive daily consumption of 4 to 5 cups of fresh, raw, minimally processed cocoa. This cocoa is absolutely packed with epicatogen, a monomer that rapidly stimulates your blood vessels, improving their ability to expand and dilate within just 2 hours of drinking it. But prepare for a shock, because 90% of the commercial chocolate sitting in your local grocery store will do absolutely nothing for your blood pressure. Most commercial cocoa undergoes alkalization, which is also known as Dutch processing, to reduce bitterness. This harsh chemical treatment completely obliterates up to 90% of those active blood pressure-lowering flavanols. So here is how you fix that. Clearly contrast your choices. You want to choose non-Dutched raw cacao powder, or consume 20 to 30 grams of dark chocolate that is 85% cocoa or higher every day. The trap is buying that Dutch processed cocoa or regular milk chocolate. Milk chocolate is just packed with sugar and dairy fats that literally bind to the polyphenols, totally ruining your body's ability to absorb them. Let's move to and see how this builds into the 24-hour action blueprint. We have covered a tremendous amount of clinical science today, so let's summarize all this into a highly practical daily routine you can actually start tomorrow. Here is your exact blueprint. In the morning, drink 1 cup of beet juice, and remember that crucial chemical trap we talked about? Absolutely no antiseptic mouthwash for 4 to 6 hours. At breakfast, stir 2 tablespoons of milled ground flax seeds right into your meal. In the afternoon, steep 2 to 3 cups of hibiscus tea, making sure it goes for over 10 minutes. For dinner, make sure your crushed garlic rests for 10 full minutes on the cutting board before it touches the heat. And for an evening snack, enjoy a square of 85% or higher non-Dutch dark chocolate. Now, one quick disclaimer. Please make sure to consult your physician before combining this potent natural regimen with any pharmaceuticals, because your pressure could actually drop lower than intended. We're going to wrap up this explainer with one final thought. Food is powerful medicine, but only if you don't sabotage the chemistry. I really want to challenge you to rethink not just what you're putting on your grocery list, but exactly how you prepare it at home. Are you maximizing your food's potential, or are you accidentally washing its incredible chemistry right down the drain?